Welcome to Module 4, Get Out the Vote. I'm Nori Castro from Samasa, Sandigan para sa Mag-aaral at Sambayanan. Get Out the Vote, or GOTV, describe efforts aimed at increasing the voter turnout in elections. Specifically, these are efforts to increase turnout among supporters for a particular election outcome. GOTV is most effective in the last 2 weeks of the campaign. Any earlier, and people will forget the reminders to vote by the time election day rolls around. Instead, use the earlier parts of the campaign for voter engagement activities, discussed in Module 2. By the time we launch our GOTV campaign, we know who our supporters are because we've talked to them already. During GOTV, our volunteers will go back and talk to our supporters who may need an extra reminder to vote, and if necessary, make arrangements to help them to get to their polling places. There are some people who are not worth our time to talk to during GOTV. In particular, number 1, people who support us and are definitely going to vote. Even though these people support us, we probably won't talk to them during GOTV because we know they will vote even without our reminders, and our time is better spent talking to someone else. Instead, we may ask these folks to volunteer and help us knock on doors. Number 2, people who don't support us. We don't want to talk to these folks during GOTV. It's too late to change their minds about who they're voting for, and we don't want to accidentally get them to turn out and vote against us. You must have a plan for activities. For instance, 2 weeks before the election, you need to launch your GOTV social media campaign. Organize logistics for Election Day GOTV operation. One week before Election Day, start your door-to-door campaign, text blasts, local radio TV stations with PSAs and interviews on GOTV. Distribute GOTV posters and other materials to allies. Advertise free rides to the polls and back for our voters. 1 to 2 days before election, motorcades with GOTV posters and signs, GOTV neighborhood parades, and on Election Day, libreng sakay that strictly follows health protocols. Social media photo booths for those who have voted. Encourage those who have voted to join vote protection phase of the campaign. Some of the Election Day challenges you might face include: number 1, voter intimidation or use of threats or coercion for the purpose of interfering with the right of another person to vote or to vote for the person of their choosing. Number 2, pandemic-induced chaos. This will be our first election where COVID-19 is still a public health threat. At the very least, anticipate long lines for voters. And in closing, we can't win an election without our voters, and everyone in the campaign should be dedicated to getting them to vote. Tara, let's get out the vote!